All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Pokemon. In this video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different here. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up all these Yu-Gi-Oh starter decks, and I'm going to be grading the first card from each deck. So the Blue Eyes, the Kaiser, whatever's in Evolution, the why am I blanking on the names? Relinquished, and Red Eyes Black Dragon from starter deck Joey. So we got Pegasus, Kaiba Reloaded, and starter deck Joey. I think we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a fun time here. Take a little bit of risk opening these up. They're definitely worth more sealed than the card would be worth, probably in a 9. But we're hoping to get a 10 on one of these. My favorite out of here, since I don't have an English Blue Eyes, this one is actually a Portuguese. My favorite would be the English Unlimited Relinquish. This was one of my favorite cards as a kid, and this is the card that I want a 10 in the most. So we're going to start out by opening up the Kaiba Portuguese deck. We'll try to figure out a good way to do this, the best way to get these cards out of here, because they are shrink wrapped together as a deck. And I'm going to be selling the boxes and the leftover cards on eBay. My eBay link will be in the description box below. So if you guys want one of these decks complete without the main card, it'll have all the inserts and stuff, then that'll be the place to do it. So okay. Go ahead and just give her a slice. Yu-Gi-Oh cards are notoriously hard to get a 10 because of the corners. The corners are so sharp and pointed compared to a Pokemon card. So let's take our Blue Eyes here. Looks pretty good. I'm going to put these in a little bit oversized penny sleeve, Pokemon size, which is a little bit bigger, so that way we don't run the risk of a tight fit messing with the corners. So we got Drago Branco de Ojos Azules. Corners look pretty good on this one. Centering looks decent. Actually, centering looks really good on this one. Let's try to get it in the card saver without any issues. Come on, there we go. So that will be going to PSA, and make sure you guys subscribe. I will do a results video of what we get from these cards. So these will be going on eBay. Let's put these inserts back in here. The Portuguese starter deck Kaiba. Everything but the Blue Eyes. Now we did this before with an English edition. I did have one English edition starter deck Kaiba. I cracked it out. I ended up getting a 9 on that Blue Eyes. I actually just sold that that deck, the box, recently. I can get this back in here without damaging the inserts. So we do run a little bit of a risk here. If we get some 9s on these, it's probably going to be a loss. But we're going to try to not get 9. So Kaiser Seahorse, I think is the name of this one. I always love this card. We're going to try to get this. Ooh, and this is first edition, by the way. That deck we just opened was unlimited, I believe. I do have a first edition version of that card in a 10. Actually, no, this was first edition. But the English versions, they are unlimited. Except for the reloaded deck here. I believe the Joey and Pegasus are unlimited. Alright. That box was a little bit more beat up than the Portuguese box. So wish me luck here, guys. There's our Kaiser Seahorse. Beautiful card. First edition. Let's go ahead and which way does it open here? Get my thumb in there. All right. This one is shrink wrapped a lot tighter than the first one. All right. You gotta be careful with these corners here. Kaiser Seahorse. Oh shit, I forgot there was a Blue Eyes in that deck. We'll send the Blue Eyes too. Let's get Kaiser Seahorse in a penny sleeve. And in a card saver 1. I totally forgot there was a Blue Eyes in this deck. Here we got our Kaiser Seahorse. Corners look pretty good. We'll get our Blue Eyes in a penny sleeve too. I totally forgot there was a Blue Eyes in this deck. Alright, we'll send him off because he was first edition. I do have some SKE Unlimited Blue Eyes. I think I got one in a 10, but I don't have a first edition. So that'll be a fun submission there. So again, this deck will be available on my eBay page. I think I did nick that last card, heads up, when I used the knife, but the last card's not important. First card is what we want, first 2 cards. I'm kind of blanking. I know there's a Time Wizard in the Joey deck. I might want to grade that too, but we'll see what else. I'm kind of blanking on what's in the Pegasus. All right, we'll do the Portuguese Pegasus first. Try not to damage the box here. This one's kind of beat up on the corners. But surprisingly, I mean, these are pretty well protected, even though they're so old. They're pretty well protected within this plastic holder. It keeps them from moving around too much. And then they're shrink wrapped, like I said, pretty tight. So they're not going to be wiggling around too much in the box, which is good. So we've got our first edition Portuguese Relinquished. Trying to cut my thumb. I remember a story, one of the reasons why Relinquished is my favorite is it at one point when I was collecting Yu-Gi-Oh, I was probably 8 years old. I asked the Tooth Fairy, my mom, aka my mom, for this card specifically when I lost a tooth, whatever year that was, probably over 20 years ago, because I'm almost 30 now. And sure enough, the next morning, however my mom got it done, she got it done, and the Relinquished card was under my pillow. Unfortunately, I lost my old collection. I had one get washed in the washing machine because I had all my cards in my pocket, which I'm sure a lot of you guys probably had a similar experience. And I had another one in my locker in elementary school that actually got stolen by a classmate and was never recovered. Then I had a couple collections that were confiscated by the teachers and never returned. So I probably had some really good cards back then. Grateful Charity. So those are the, I don't think I want to grade any of those two. Just the Relinquished is fine. I'm actually really excited about grading these cards. These are some cards I really, really want to add to my collection. And I'm pretty excited now. I totally forgot that first edition Blue Eyes was in that other Reloaded starter deck. So let's get on to the English editions. Neither of these are first edition, but still very cool cards. I already have a PSA 9 of the starter deck Joey Red Eyes. I forget how I acquired that one. I think it was just in my binder and it got a 9. I do have a PSA 10 Relinquished, but I think it's from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Collection or something like that. But I do not have a starter deck Pegasus PSA of any kind Relinquished. So that will be my goal here with this submission. Even if it's a 9, I'll probably keep it. If it's like some super crazy low grade, I probably won't keep it. I'll probably list it. But if I get a 9, I would still not be disappointed with that. It'd be worth keeping as far as I'm concerned. Get our Relinquished out of there. Yeah. It's got some damage on there on the top. Oh well, I'll still grade it. It's definitely got some damage on the top there. I'll probably get a 7. Might be worth having. That's disappointing. There's that. And again, these will be on my eBay page. If I can get them back in there. I bought these decks years ago, and I probably only paid like $100 a deck. I'm sure they're a lot more than that now, especially that first edition Reloaded deck. Let's get into the Joey deck here. Yep, unlimited. Hopefully this Red Eyes doesn't have damage like that. Actually, this one's in really good shape, this box. Now that I'm thinking about it, I do kind of want to grade the Time Wizard as well. These look pretty good. Let's go ahead and get our slicing in there. The card in the back is going to take some damage on every one of these decks, but that's what it is. I just don't want to get these corners jacked up. All right. Our Red Eyes is looking pretty minty. I don't see any issues with it right off the bat. I forgot about Penguin Soldier. I did always like him. Red Eyes looks pretty good. Penguin Soldier. Oh, there's not a Time Wizard. It's Scapegoat. Okay, I'm tripping. We'll go ahead and throw a Penguin Soldier in this grading submission. And that'll do it, guys. That's the last deck. Let me know your predictions in the comment section down below. How do you guys think these are going to grade? I think those first edition Portuguese cards look pretty good. And I think the first edition Reloaded cards look pretty good. So maybe we'll get a PSA 10 first edition SKE Blue Eyes, which would be fantastic. I don't think I have any PSA 10 first edition Blue Eyes except for the first edition Portuguese one that I already have. This will be a good one to list here. This starter deck Joey is in really good shape, even though it's missing those two hollows. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. What are your predictions? So we've got, let's go through this again. Penguin Soldier, Red Eyes, Relinquished, Blue Eyes, Kaiser Seahorse, and Drago Blanco de Ojos Azules. Let me know. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Pokemon signing out. All right, guys, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy the content. Also, check out my Instagram at NickStrengthPower, my Facebook page, which is simply Nick Strength and Power, my secondary YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Vlogs, for vlogs and bonus content that you will not see on this channel. And consider subscribing to my third YouTube channel, Nick Strength and Pokemon, which is all things Pokemon and trading card games, completely unrelated to this channel. So if you're into that, give that one a look. And all links to merchandise and social media will be in the description box below. If you guys want a Nick Strength and Power t-shirt, that will be in the Shopify link below. Have a great day.
Dancing in the good light, everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Dancing in the good light, everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the